About 20%.
You got a charger? You got
Yeah,
iPhone?
I'm on charger. Yeah, my stuff over
Here,
here.
plug it in my laptop. Plug it in my laptop.
You get the cord? You go get the cord?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on, I got you.
So what made you decide to get baptized?
The funny thing about it is I just left the studio. I was near a studio, right? The funny thing about it, and a friend of mine has this actually an amazing garage studio.
Okay.
And he was like, take the stuff with you. I'm like, shut up, and pulled off. He's like, man, take this mic stand, take so-and-so with you. And I literally just pulled off. I probably can run down there and get it, but I don't like him that much. You know what I mean? I figured out if it took Jesus this long to come back, that's why I take them that long to put their money back on my card. They said if we had to wait for Jesus' return, so that's why I gotta wait. Like when you just took the money, put it back. Oh, you have to wait.
What up, Brandon? What's good? B. Clark in the building.
Brandon, you in the building?
Brandon.
What up?
Brandon, you owe me $1.
On my back.
I'm about to move his mic stand chair.
Hold on.
Just a little bit.
Look, we getting real
Everybody
nice
cool
and
with their
intimate right
headphones? Y'all cool with your headphones?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm straight.
All right. We sounding good.
Mic check. Mic check.
now. 1, 2,
Already?
what is this?
How's the picture look? I can't see nothing. It won't. For some reason, my internet ain't working on here.
Yes, this is how my head look without the hat, y'all. People finally get to see me without my hat.
I know, he really didn't want to do this, people. If it was up to him, he'd go grab one real quick. He looked around the room for a home.
My hat coming back sooner or later. I can't keep it. I got to have my hat, man.
Before I grew my hair, my hat, for me, my hat was my security blanket.
Samson, it was his hair in the Bible. They said, Samson
hat.
was his hair. That was his strength.
Absolutely.
That's my hat.
Me too.
That's funny. A
All
lady
day.
stopped me in the
You know what
store.
I'm
All day,
It's
all
just-
day.
That just,
A lady stopped me in the store one day and said, "That's the hair Samson had." I'm serious. And she said, "Can I pray over your hair?" I was in shock. She said, "It's the hair I not envision people in the Bible. That's the hair I see." And she prayed over it. I'm standing out west in the dollar store. This lady holding my hair, praying.
dang. Hold up. My hat, I need that thing back. So I'm definitely, just wanted to see how this production go without my hat and everything. You know what I mean? Looks smooth. You know what I'm saying? I got a little cut up, clean up a little
what
bit.
it is.
You know, so
Shout out to his
we
mom.
good. You know what I mean?
Whenever y'all want to start, you good for real.
Let's talk about how I lost my money.
Ooh,
Maybe I'm the bookie that y'all may not want to listen to.
man. Everybody lost. I told you.
I didn't lose.
You didn't lose? I'm going to say people got evicted. They got some
I
people
actually
got
didn't
evicted.
lose because I procrastinated on actually hitting the button.
Hey, I lost.
You think you lost?
I'm proud to say it. I'm all right. That's all right. You know what I mean? I see,
procrastinated,
I'm the
you know what I'm
bookie
saying?
that you're gonna love because I'm gonna show my wins and my
You
losses.
have to. You have
You
to.
know what I
have
mean?
to.
I'm not
You
gonna
have to
just.
show
I'm
transparency.
not gonna just
have
post
to.
our wins and give you advice and do all this and
we're
not
not.
invest my own money when I'm
Absolutely.
telling you to invest this money in
Right.
this bag right
Got
here.
you,
So,
got
Absolutely. See, that's and that's the transparency. We're not batting 100%. We're not batting 1,000. We're not gonna let people say, "Oh, we batting 1,000. We never lose." No, that's not what goes on. You know what I mean? It's ups and downs, lefts and rights. You know,
Hey, we ready.
ups and downs, lefts and rights.
Oh, let's go. All right.
We live.
My bad.
We're on YouTube on what's the channel called? Fight
Bookies.
Fight Bookies.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Fight
Like
Bookies. You're
what
on
they say.
YouTube. Yeah,
Like,
I got that hat off,
subscribe,
man.
Like, subscribe, and everything.
Man, everybody keeps saying that. I keep hearing, well, I ain't gonna say everybody. A few people say Aries took a dive against Jared. Man, cut it out, bruh.
No, that nigga
Aries
ran
took
out
a
of life,
dive?
bro.
No. I'm gonna tell you, just look at his
Still
box
down,
rec, bro.
Joe.
He had no power
down, Joe.
that could keep Jared off of him, man. I'm trying to tell you, there was nothing he can really do. He was trying to frustrate
Jeff, he's still
Jared
down, Joe.
with Angle. He's talking about Jared. He's
still
Oh,
down,
hold on.
Joe.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's start with we're gonna start with Kelvin Davis, right?
Yeah, we call it. I don't know if they seen the Kelvin Davis fight.
We gotta
bro.
do an introduction.
Let's do it. Go ahead. Get to it.
Where we at? Start from left to right. Right to left.
We're gonna start over there with Alex.
Okay.
Or
All right, this is Alex Fight Bookies. We about to get into it today. A lot of fights yesterday. I'm ready to cook. Let's get to it.
This is Marcus. Ohio runs boxing, and yes, this is with Fight Bookies, that we starting this new podcast.
This is John Moe, you understand? The heavy duty cutie himself, you heard me? Chunky, chubby, not fat. You hear me? I'm chubby, not fat. You hear me? Husky and cute. You heard? You get some of this heavy duty cutie, man. You know what I'm saying? $1 million flight athlete. You heard? All this subtle introduction. Let me tell you who I am. We start from the beginning. I'm a cuddle monster, baby. Come get some of this big boy love. You hear me? That's not right, crazy. I'm sorry.
$1 million flight, $1 million boxing promotions, man. Your favorite bookie, Fight Bookies. Let's go. Let's get right into it, y'all.
Yep, let's get right into it.
All right, we start with Kelvin Davis, right?
Yeah.
Kelvin Davis fight.
Kelvin Davis.
Talk to us.
He fought. What time? What card did he fight on? He fought on
Top rank.
Top
His
rank.
First fight.
Yeah. I'm not. Never been. I'm not too high on him. I've never been too
No,
high.
sir.
No hating at all. It's just
Not
I
at
just
all.
haven't been too high on him. I actually thought my boy Jalen, skill for skill, was right there with him. I thought Jalen could have beat him, but he had some frustrations with his hands, and it was a mental thing with Jalen and him. But I don't think he's as that good, man. You got some fighters who get signed because they got connections with other fighters, his cousins, his brothers, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got that in hip hop too. You got horrible rappers who get to get on the soundtrack and rap with you because y'all related. But we could say Silk the Shocker. I never thought he was pretty good, but he was with No Limit, man, and he was able to put albums together. But you got guys like that. But I didn't think Kelvin he's been that good. I don't think he's really that good. His performance
Not at all.
was subpar.
Yep. No athleticism. I mean, he looked terrible to me. He's gonna get exposed. The minute they put him in there with anybody decent, he's gonna get knocked out.
We're talking about the more interesting thing about that fight was the call out. The post-fight call out, right? Didn't
He
call
had a
him?
call out. I didn't
No,
even
he talking
know.
about Keyshawn.
Oh, you talking about
We talking
Keyshawn.
about. We
You
talking about his.
You talking about the brother? That's the one that's good.
Kelvin
I'm
fought
sorry.
first.
Now he's good. Now we
That
ain't
shows
even
you how
about
much
to-
Kelvin matters to me. I start talking about his brother.
That's his brother. Yeah,
Let's
that's
start
the.
talking about his brother.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the. All right, let's talk about the other brother first. Great.
Let's go to Matisse.
He ain't much to talk about.
Let's go back to that guy. Give him a
Yeah,
shot
let's
so
go
we
to-
can
Don't
get
wanna go
back.
straight
Let's go to
Matisse?
Thomas Matisse. Yeah, I like that. I like that direction. Watching the fight, man.
Just fight bookies.
Yeah, watching the fight, I went into this fight. I put money on him.
Think it's
So
hard. to find for
Okay,
some reason.
IES.
you know when you put money on a fighter, you him personally, you expect to see.
I'm gonna send the link in the
especially after-
chats too. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You gotta talk away from the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Well, you. So once you know these fighters, it's his first fight on Matchroom. I'm anticipating a great performance. Not saying it was a bad performance. I just feel like it took him a little long to open up, and it was a questionable stop. Like I could bring up the stoppage, and to me it was premature. But with my money on the line, I wasn't mad. So I mean, it is what it is.
Did you predict a stoppage?
No, I predict him winning.
Okay.
The odds wasn't that well. I want to say it was negative 130, but I predicted him winning. It wasn't impressive, but one thing, you get to live to fight another day, and I hope to see more from him. Shout out to Cleveland.
Yep.
Shout out to that young man. Again, no wow factor.
No wow factor.
He's not he's not popping off the screen, and it could again be my expectations.
Yeah.
I had what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I wanted a Ohio victory. I want that. You said live to fight again another day. You go back in the gym. You get bigger, better, faster, stronger. God willing. And but just again, no wow factor. No wow factor.
I'm gonna say I didn't see all I was seeing highlights, so I'm gonna go back and watch that tonight. But I noticed Thomas, he got surgery on his right hand. That right hand has been bothering him. So he doesn't pull it like he should. Even though sometimes I still feel like he wait too long. Sometimes you know what I mean. He let guys stay in fights that shouldn't be in fights. You know what I mean. But he got the stoppage.
Agreed.
I didn't see it, so y'all, some of y'all said it shouldn't have been a stoppage. I seen plenty of fights, a couple fights last night that I felt like shouldn't be a stoppage. But shout out to Thomas. I just seen him on his live, so shout out to my boy Thomas Matisse. Congratulations on your win, though.
I just don't think he's matching up to the performance, not matching up to the skill, and it's easy to say here. You know what I mean? as good as you are, sometimes we just don't see it, and we're not talking about for us. We're talking about for the layman fan. We're talking about for the guys betting. That's just looking at the numbers and betting. You know what I mean? Your skill set, it requires and demands, and we deserve a better performance, and that's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Phone book fight. You could tell something was wrong with him. I mean, the fight was fought between, they were too close, in my opinion. He didn't have any distance in the fight. When you say his hand was hurting, that makes sense to me because I can kind of see that from how it played out. But, it was a pretty good fight. It was all right.
Yeah. Thomas always is entertaining fighters. That's one thing about him as a promoter. You love having guys like that because they're going to be in the entertaining fight regardless, whether you like them or not. So he's definitely a guy that keep your eye on, man. I'm happy for him. And like I said, it's back to the drawing boards. He won. We'll see what Eddie Hearn has for him next because, Eddie did sign him. So
saying that, and let me ask you a question. And I'm going to ask the entire board. If there was a fighter right now, and I'll start with you, Alex. If there's a fighter right now, I say, this is who you want to bet on. You're going to ride and die with him. You know what I mean?
Boots.
At the end of his career, you're gonna be up.
Boots.
Boots.
Jerron Ennis. I've been saying that for
Ennis.
years. We going multi-division. Boots, three division undisputed. I'm calling it right now.
3 division undisputed. So that's who you. I mean, that's your. I don't want to say. We don't call it safety's bet because we all fight bookies. We don't call it a puncher's
And
bet.
Shakur. Boots and Shakur.
That was going to be mine. Shakur. After last night, Shakur, what? Ride with us.
That's who you
Your favorite bookie. Tell you right now, Shakur.
That's who you would hit your wagon to.
I don't even know who to bet on this Ryan and Tank fight, to be honest. So, you know what I mean? I think Shakur is the safe bet.
But I'm going to go with Jared.
I thought I had a safe bet last
Jared
night.
Anderson.
And again,
I was wrong.
Again, people, we're not talking about guaranteed victory. We talking about at the end of when it's all said and done,
Yeah.
you hit your wagon to this guy, pause, and you're going to be more up than down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's Shakur. These are safe ones. Give me someone else.
Oh, them are safe ones? You feel like those safe ones?
I thought I had a safe bet
Now,
last
I'm
night.
sorry. I'm sorry. No, I don't want to say safe. I want to say that. Now, give me your long shot.
My long shot?
Give me your long shot. Now, we know we could go with Shakur.
Isaac
Bet
Cruz.
Shakur.
That's my boy, man. I like
Cruz.
him, man. That's big. That's big odds, big money return, and I feel like I believe in him. I feel like his next couple fights is going to make him into just another Spanish cat or a legend. You know what I mean? He's at that breaking point right now.
No.
You know what I mean? To be honest, I want to see him and Keyshawn Davis square off. I think that'll be a good test for Keyshawn. And, he lost his rabbits calling out. He lost his rabbits with the call out. You know what I mean? To me, I don't think he's ready.
Frank Martin?
Yes. Frank
So-
Martin going to touch that boy.
Frank gonna go touch you.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis.
People crowning Frank Martin too soon because
Man,
of that
I-
Rivera fight. He has one good
listen.
fight.
And that's
He
not
has one
it.
credible fight.
That's a strong limb flight went out on.
Hey.
No,
That's a strong limb out there. Look at the bouncing up and down on it, too.
Yeah.
But
he has one credible
convince you
fight
to take
against
that.
Rivera, who's a one-dimensional fighter. Like I don't see the pedestal people.
Name
putting
one
Frank
credible
Martin on.
fight that Keyshawn Davis had.
He don't have none, but he has 7 fights
Exactly.
though. But when you say he ain't on his level, it's like, what are we talking about?
I just don't
You know what I
think
mean?
he's ready. I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see that. I would love to see these top contenders head off.
Prospects,
Head off, but I just don't think he's ready yet. I think it's one of those in the moment, camp versus camp. You know what I mean? We don't like your side. I don't like your side. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
So explain when you say he's not ready. Explain it in the ring terms, not just
In the ring
saying
terms,
he's
okay.
not ready. Why is he not ready?
You probably basing it on a resume. What you basing it?
Not necessarily just resume. I think.
Style-wise, what
I
I mean.
think with Frank being a southpaw, I think that's going to frustrate him. Like he fought a southpaw last night, and of course it wasn't no competition. But when you have somebody with a great skill level like Frank has, now we have to agree, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
He has a great skill level. I feel like with going into this with his speed and power, I feel like along with the resume, I just think it just wouldn't go in his direction. Keyshawn got a little bit more to work on, some high quality matches. And then we could say, okay, now this
So he
is a fight.
need to go through the fire, in your opinion.
In the fire,
In the
yeah.
fire.
Man,
So
he gotta
Frank
go to
White
the,
is proven?
He ain't
'Cause I'm
he's
trying to
not
figure out why
proven.
is he on a
He gotta
different
go
level
through the
that
deep.
he-
I'm not putting him on a different
Yeah.
level. I just don't think he's ready. I think he got to get because now
let
you're
me-
going into the deep waters.
Let me ask you this: Can Keyshawn fight Rivera? Is he ready for Rivera?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I would give him
But
that.
wait,
So
I
why
would
is he
give him
ain't he
that.
not ready for Frank White?
But
then?
here's my
Man, I
thing.
think
Rivera,
Frank- man, listen,
Rivera
it's
just
a-
tested
Frank
positive.
Martin. I said Frank White.
I mean, Rivera, Frank White's the dude, though.
So Frank Martin is tested.
Frank Martin. I think he will put him on another test, and I'm not sure how the grade gonna come back after that.
All right.
It
So
says Keyshawn Davis is smart and dangerous, and he will KO Martin.
thank you.
Damn.
I don't know who wins, but to say he's not ready. I don't agree with that.
Would you
If
put your
say-
money on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. To me, it's a
When it
50-50
comes-
fight. I'm not. When you say he's not ready, that's like him. If you said Tank, I'd be like, all right, he's not ready for a Tank. But when you say Frank Martin,
He had a
Frank
great
Martin's
performance.
not. He's not on the level for you to say somebody's not ready for him yet. I just don't feel like.
I think style-wise it'd be a good fight, but I don't want to fight. I don't want to push them so fast. Nah,
That's
I
a
just,
fact.
I don't want to push them so fast. I think we're gonna wait till them get around the the round of 16, 17. That's how
20.
I would do. Milk it, but let it get around there.
I think when we go back to what we said about hitching your wagon to someone, that's really what it is. Y'all. The really secret to this betting thing is find the camp and who's going to slow walk this guy and get him them victories. You know what I mean? Play the long game. You know what I mean? Like he's like Bertrand said, it's a little too early. Let him get to 16, 17. That's how you get it. Work that long game. Sometimes you want to bet the camp, man. If I'm gonna bet the camp, bet the promoter, maybe not bet the fighter. Because I'm not gonna let him lose. They gonna get their money off, and we gonna get their money too. Now, back to what she said. I don't know what your mom.
Now let's
Shit was a
go
great
ahead.
Take,
Let's
but
go
the
next. We're
reality
gonna
of It's
go.
not gonna happen.
Speaking of
Y'all can
Keyshawn
call in
Davis,
too. The numbers pinned.
Hold on,
there.
let's
Y'all can call in.
let's get the Troy Isley fight too.
Damn.
Against Ohio, Behringer. Or you want to say that?
Roy. He fought Roy, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I didn't
We
get
was,
to see that. I was driving. I didn't get to see that.
I didn't get
on
to
camera.
see it, but I seen the highlights, and
That's my.
I like
Domination.
Roy. I like Roy. I was actually we was working the schedule. Clark, Brandon Clark was going to go head to head with him, but you know we do a lot of work with the guys out of Toledo, and of course we passed up on the fight, but he's tough. Like
He
Roy
got
is a
chin.
tough opponent.
He has a chin.
Roy is a tough opponent, and you know what I mean. Of course, we want to see our guys come out with the victory. I mean, I'm not mad at him at all. Like you did a great job. You know what I mean. Sometimes you just gotta get back in the lab and keep working.
So you didn't see it?
I didn't see it, but I
Did
seen
you-
the highlights.
So I'm the only one. Okay. He got dominated. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep it 100. He got smoked. You know what I'm saying? He got heart. And I was telling Marcus, I don't know if Troy Isley, because Sean Porter and them was like, yeah, I mean not Sean Porter. Timothy
Tim
Bradley
Bradley.
was saying that Troy Isley doesn't have any pop. But I don't know. The shit sounded loud. You know what I'm saying? You could tell when somebody's getting hit hard. I can't tell if he doesn't have enough power or Behringer just had a crazy chin. It's one of those two or both because he was getting hit with shit all night, like clean shit, and he did not drop. So props to him for not falling. Troy Isley looked good. Combinations was crazy. He stayed in the pocket and was just smoking him all night. Behringer didn't really get anything off.
I saw some of it. I didn't get to watch all of it. Behringer really didn't get anything off. Isley looked damn good. Like you said, style make fights. And also, I don't think, not just style, we love to say that, but moments make fights. And in that moment, there was a clear difference.
Right.
There was a clear difference.
Facts.
And Timothy Bradley, he says what the fuck is on his mind. Sometimes he says shit I don't know what he's thinking. But, like he said, I don't see no pop. The hell he was looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the hell he was looking at. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was the moment didn't belong to him.
Right.
And that's what I look. I don't look at it as, oh, he's not, he's lacking, he's this, or maybe he's even diminishing his star. Adversity makes legends, you know what I mean? But the moment, it just wasn't his moment. But again, like Flight alluded to, you get back and you get to work. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean? This really was we get caught up in the records, but this was a great lesson, and I expect them to be big and better.
That's his second loss.
Yeah,
Who's second loss?
Roy.
Behringer.
I think Roy. That's his third. I think.
Third.
that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
Roy-
I think we get caught up too much in that. That's like old novice fans. What's your record? How many you up? How many you down? Like
And
what I
that's
mean?
why you stay supporting him regardless. Roy, my boy, man, he had a great year last year. People don't know that he had a 3-year layoff. before he came
I
back
didn't
and
know
had
that.
the year he did last year. I think it's just with him. It's just
Impressive
consistency.
I
knockout
didn't know
against
that.
Michael Moore, man.
Yeah, Michael Moore. He was underdog in that, but you gotta
Get out
it's
there and
with him. It just comes to being
dominate.
consistent, staying in the gym, and and staying committed. But he's gonna get other opportunities because I told Roy and his team. Shout out to Ryan and Coach Lamar, all those guys in Toledo. Man, I told them that he was gonna get an opportunity like that because he was on the hot streak. But you're gonna get those. You're gonna be on the B side, going fighting on these other platforms like the Zone and Top Rank.
Right,
You're gonna get those opportunities when you just come and you just start winning. So I think he's definitely gonna be back in it. So I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna go back and watch that fight.
You can see the talent. Like, it's not like he doesn't have skills. I think round one, Troy Isley just shocked him with his power. Like, he just came in and caught him with a combination. It was like, it was on from there. And I think it kind of shocked him. Took his heart. It didn't take his heart out a little bit because he was, he was still fighting. But I think he was shocked at how hard he got hit. So,
Well, shoot, let's keep it moving. We briefly ran over Keyshawn Davis's fight. Let's talk about that.
You want to go to Anderson first? Hold on. Who was
Keyshawn went first.
Keyshawn. All
Yeah,
right.
let's Keyshawn went first.
All right. Let's talk about it.
Okay, well, shoot. He looked good. He looked very good, actually. I'm not too familiar with his opponent, so, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, judge a fight off of his opponent. Clearly, Top Rank put a card together that everybody, they stars was meant to win. There's nothing wrong with that, and, that's boxing. But I know Keyshawn is a top prospect. I respect his fight game. I respect him, even though I think Frank Martin, give him some his
So
issues.
let me throw this back to you. real quick.
Let me finish my
go
piece.
ahead, my
Let me
bad.
finish my piece.
My bad.
Even though I think Frank Martin give him his issue, I just think, it was a great performance. I'm not mad at all. It was a great fight up until the after the final bell, and he got to calling people out. But, that's neither here nor there. So, with that being said, I'm eager to look forward to what's next with him. You know what I mean? His brother, we don't know. I don't know.
Trash. I'm sorry. I know we going in order and shit, but real quick. So you said you didn't know too much about Yijit.
No, I'm not.
I agree, Vic.
Huh?
Wait, no, Vic says.
Oh, so Rolly.
Vic
beat
who? Vic
the-
from
the-
Toledo? My
Yeah.
fault.
Mhm.
Tell my
His-
boy I said what up.
His last fight was
Fight
against
was-
Rolly Romero,
good.
who went on to fight Tank next. That fight was the fight Tank. When Rolly beat Yijit, he went in for a Tank next. So when you say he's not ready, I just got to be like, all right, well, it ain't like he fought a nobody. You know what I'm saying? The last guy that fought him fought Tank next. So when you say he can't fight Keyshawn, I'm just like, damn, like what else he got to do? Like the last nigga that beat him fought Tank after that.
He said Keyshawn the Super Saiyan. He Olympian.
Yeah, he a dog, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't think he should fight everybody, but I think he's ready for almost everybody at 135.
They up there. I mean, he definitely up there. I think I liked his performance. I like that he was pushing for the stoppage. I mean, in the beginning of your career, you try to get as many stoppages as you can to make that box record look good.
Right.
But it's not easy. I tell people this all the time. You can Top Rank do have a good matchmaker, but these guys are not going to knock out everything.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So when you do see a guy that's getting on a knockout streak, it's impressive, man. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. I know y'all think it is, but it really isn't. It is not easy. So I love to see the dog. I like to see the underdog fight too. I love seeing. Keyshawn was giving it to him, but I love the guy was just tunting. And
He was
tunting
talking
and-
his
talking.
shit.
Hey,
He trying
I-
to pipe himself up
talking
too.
his
Yeah,
shit.
but
I
I
love
love it. I love that's what we want to see. I mean, you got and a lot of people rooting for the underdogs because I'm gonna be honest. I was waiting for him to hit Keyshawn with something clipping.
It wasn't coming.
I mean, just.
He left that at home.
It wasn't coming.
He left that at home.
But I'm just saying because when you watching it, you so into it because it can happen.
Right.
I mean, y'all
Oh,
know.
we know.
I don't. I
We know
love
it
these.
can
I
happen.
watched these Ohio fights. I seen what happened when Mickey Bay was up 11 rounds and he was looking good. I mean, Mickey saluting to the crowd, and John Molina hit him with a right hand and he lost the fight.
That's crazy. That fight's still on Showtime.
Yeah,
in
it's
they
a
archive.
classic. Yeah, it's a classic. It's actually one of my favorite fights.
Yeah,
I hate to
yeah,
say
yeah.
it, but it is, man.
They done had that fight on
It's a
Showtime.
lesson.
forever.
It's a lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Well, with that being said, let's roll right into Ohio's very own Big Baby Davis.
Big baby.
Hold on, Big Baby Anderson. I'm sorry.
Jared.
Big Baby
Playing a
Anderson.
little basketball, but
Listen,
Yeah.
Big Baby Anderson. Come on now, who want to start? Because I know we all got something to say about Big Baby. Let's go.
I can start. I think Jared, he made it look so easy. I'm gonna just say he made it look so easy. I thought he was gonna have a little bit of problems with the movement.
No,
The dude didn't move. He wasn't moving
coming
around
out
like
the gate,
that.
he got in a
Yeah.
car accident yesterday.
Who?
Big Baby got
Yeah,
in
he
a
sure
car
did.
accident the day
Yeah,
before the
yeah.
fight. He got T-boned.
Yeah.
Him and his whole team got T-boned. He went out there like it was
I didn't know that.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I didn't know that.
That's the problem.
you see, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you need fight bookies. You see that information.
You need
See,
it,
you
man.
didn't know
This is
that
valuable.
information. See, that might have changed your bet. Pay attention to us.
Hey,
The
I
voice of
hit
God.
on the I bet on let's I'll bring up the stats. I bet on Kayshawn Davis with a TKO, and I bet on Jared Anderson winning the 3rd or 4th round.
Oh, you did. Oh,
That's your
okay.
favorite fight bookie right there. Right there.
Yeah, she was
Hit.
right.
Breakdown.
She called Shakur too. That's what's crazy. I
talked-
talked her out.
He
of
talked
it.
me out of it.
I talked her out
He
of
talked
it.
me. I swear I was
You know
about
what
to
I'm
bet. I
saying?
said I'm about to bet on the Shakur. He said, man, he going up in weight class.
But what I'm saying is,
You
it's
know,
a good
he-
look.
Oh, you
Anybody
think-
think he's
you
gonna
think
knock
it-
you down in the first? Hold on. Have you
I
watched?
believed he did.
Did you watch Yoshiro fight before that though?
I don't give a damn.
You should though. If you gonna bet,
I didn't care.
You should. If you gonna bet, you gotta know that. Like,
Man,
you know what I'm
listen,
saying?
know
it's
what? I
levels,
was right.
man.
You know what?
Hey, whoever
What's
his name
good,
is
Julius?
can't find a Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah,
You can't emulate.
But when you talk
him.
about Shakur, he wasn't dropping shit at 130. So for me to say
Man,
he
that
wasn't gonna
nigga,
drop
he
shit at
sharp.
in the first 4
Now
rounds.
he's maturing. Now he's getting his grown. Now he's
But
maturing.
but
getting
the
his
thing,
grown man
but hold
body.
on, before you try to kill everything I said, didn't I say like the other half of that is we don't know how comfortable he's gonna be at that weight.
That's
he
facts.
might get
You
more
did.
powerful moving up.
You
So
did.
you know what I'm saying? I covered both sides of it, but she sure did. Damn, was gonna bet on that shit.
Yeah,
I
nigga.
called
Two
that
knock,
shit.
and it what it was. It was two knockdowns.
two knockdowns.
I
She
swear,
called
I
that
looked at the
shit.
screen,
Yeah. Oh,
and I
my
texted
God.
him as soon as he got that second knockdown. I said,
Would you have bet that though?
No.
Yes.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
That was good. No, that's
I'm a
good.
bookie.
That's
You
good.
called
I'm your
it.
favorite bookie. You
Hey,
heard?
shout out. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I would not have bet
I would
that.
not have bet that shit.
You know, I like to thank Shakur a little ching ching. I ain't make a lot, but I made dinner.
Shout out to the whole camp
And I
though
wanna
too. Coach
appreciate
Dirt,
that.
DeMarco
I'm
James, my
amazing.
guy.
I appreciate Shakur for that. Listen, you know, we look at those guys and here we are comparing good and great. And like I say, we comparing good and great. Shakur starting to show greatness.
Greatness.
And like I said before, and I will always say, the difference between bad and good is closer than the difference between good and great. And we're showing his opponent great as good. Solid, fundamental, showed everything he want, but again, you see great.
He's the master at creating distance, man. It's amazing.
Shakur.
He stayed in the
listen,
pocket, too, and had
Shakur
distance.
is
That
showing.
was crazy.
Listen,
He made
that
you-
fight,
he
he
make you-
showed me something.
Yeah.
He make
He
you
showed
think
me
he's
something. He
closer
took a
than what he
step,
really
man.
is.
Yeah.
You know, he took a step. He
I
took
mean,
a step.
the narrative
You know,
of him.
I
Go ahead,
like
my
to
bad,
thank
bro.
him for last night for nice drinks and dinner. Again, it wasn't a lot because I ain't gonna lie, I was a little hesitant. I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I wanted to see. It wasn't to me. My hesitation wasn't in his skills or anything. It was just solely on how's he going to carry the weight. And he
Yeah.
carried that weight like a champ.
I didn't-
Listen,
I didn't see
boy
a knockout
is
coming.
showing
Flawless
greatness.
victory. You said you
That
did.
shows
I didn't
greatness.
see a knockout coming.
Flawless
People-
Because I watched Yoshiro though. I
can't-
watched him and
listen,
I
in
did my
mind,
film.
People
Yeah.
are running from him.
You can't impress me.
In my
Says
mind,
flawless
niggas don't want
victory.
Shakur. Niggas don't want Shakur.
Nah, they don't want
In
Shakur.
my mind, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be hard for him to find a big name now.
He gonna get some.
Well, he's,
Oh, no, he
he's,
gonna
he's
get-
supposed
He
to.
was top rank. He gonna have that. He gonna get
Who
the
he
Devin.
Who he gonna get?
Well, he's the
Devin.
mandatory.
Haney? He gonna get Haney?
He's the mandatory for
Well,
the winner of
Hold
Haney
on,
alone.
let me tell you
Oh,
why.
yes, go ahead,
He
go
gonna
ahead.
get that. He gonna get that because Bob Arum is
Got that bag behind
He got
him.
not only got the bag, but he signed with Devin, and he still got Lomachenko. So he gonna try to keep those belts on top right with Shakur. Shakur is with him. So he gonna definitely give him one of those fights to keep those
Once
belts.
again. Facts.
Especially if Devin wins against Lomo.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah, they
fight.
fight.
Him and
Once
Shakur
again.
is made.
Yeah, off top. You know what I'm
Again,
saying?
fight bookies again. Bet the camp. Bet the
think-
promoter. Don't just bet the fighter. What did he just say? Arm's gonna keep those belts in his stable.
Yep.
Pay attention to that.
Shakur,
That's the
he
inside
got
information.
you got to go through Shakur to take those belts out of top rank. I think that's gonna be tough.
One thing. Can we put the narrative that Shakur runs to bed forever? because this nigga does not run in fights. I think that narrative started with Joet Gonzalez and Nakatila. Those are the only 2 fights where he was moving a lot, fighting off his back foot. Every other fight, he been dropping niggas, though.
You know what?
I don't understand. It's just those 2 fights.
They don't. It's like because they pick and choose when to praise great boxing.
Yeah.
They pick and choose. That's race when it comes to boxing.
Yeah.
They pick and choose. You know what I mean?
Criticizing strategy shows signs of stupidity. Okay, this is criticizing strategy shows signs of stupidity. You know what I mean? Oh, he's running. Listen, we strategize. We fight the fighters in front of us. If this is what we have to do, it's what we have to do. I'm not seeing no run. I'm not seeing no chicken. I'm not seeing no weak-heartedness in the youngin at all, man. It's not, you know what I mean? Like I say, criticizing strategy is stupidity. Like, how you feel about that?
Man, listen, I'm ready to keep it rolling, man. We've been going on. Listen, we done jumped around. We had Big Baby. We ain't really talking
about Big Baby.
We did. I talked about Big Baby, but y'all went to something else.
Okay. Well, let's do Big Baby.
Because we talked about that. We talked about this accident, then we went somewhere else.
Okay. All right. Well, let's stick to the
because
topic.
it's really not much to unpack in that fight.
Found out on fight bookies.
It's not much to unpack in that fight, so we probably can run through that quick.
All right, let's run through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Y'all want me to go first? Okay. He picked them apart, which we expected. I bet that Big Baby win, and then the 3rd and 4th, which your favorite bookie. Tap in, man. If you know, listen. I put my money behind my words. So I bet Big Baby 3rd and 4th, and he won in the 3rd and the stoppage. His corner through the white towel. It was kind of premature, but I'm not his coach. His coaches would call the stop. Man, as simple as that, man. Big Baby, he is on a whole nother level. He said it himself. He's different.
So who is he ready for? Who should he fight next?
Everybody.
If I had to, definitely.
Everybody.
He definitely should fight everybody, and he's willing to fight everybody. At this point,
realistically, who should he fight though?
I think it's
a de jure.
If we're talking about names and putting some paint behind it, I would give him Andy Ruiz.
Woo.
I give him Andy.
I mean, that's up there, because once he get up there,
I said put some paint behind it. Let's put some paint behind it.
Fast hands,
I like the de jure fight. I like that.
I ain't going.
I like that.
Listen,
that's the perfect step up for him.
Like, we talk about big names here, man. Like, I want to go out there.
Hey, there you go.
I think
de jure will set up the bag, set up the big fight. First of all, let me go back to that fight. Let me give an analogy. I don't want to watch a bazooka versus a housefly. That's what we watched. A bazooka versus a housefly. All right.
That's one of the reasons why the team stopped the fight in the first place.
And I get it. And I actually commend him for stopping the fight.
Right. It's like he doesn't your team. Right. Your team. Keep watching this shit. You ain't got that much firepower. Ain't no need to even go.
I'm about to keep watching this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, stop. Enough is enough. Take our little money. We gonna go home.
Marcus
again,
called
but I
that
like
one, he knew it wasn't gonna be no smoke. I thought it was gonna be more competitive.
Louise next. De jure first.
Luis Ortiz.
Louise?
I said Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
Andy.
Ruiz.
I like Louis Ortiz. Then Andy first. I mean,
okay, I like that.
Charles Martin. If they can get a Charles,
that's what I was thinking.
You can get a Charles Martin. You got some out there.
Now we in the discount bin now.
Yeah, you got some guys in the
now we in the discount bin.
Jared Anderson, he top 50. He's not top 10. Yeah, he hasn't fought a top 10 person yet.
No, he hasn't. And then they have a Russian that they signed. I don't know where he's at because I haven't seen him, but I remember them signing this undefeated Russian who had a 100% KO ratio where he was 11-0 with 11 KOs too. I'm gonna look that up and find out what happened because I don't see him. I don't see him.
I like Charles Martin.
Because he just need a name that we familiar with and start to get him down that road. Because he 13-0 with 13 KOs now, I believe.
14.
14-0 with 14 KOs. He right there now. He right there in the mix right there. He right there in the mix.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Well, let's keep it moving. All
right. You about transition into what you about to say?
We're gonna say let's go to Shakur. Let's go.
Keep it back in Shakur.
Nah. Let's talk about it.
You about to talk about
all the bookies. If y'all put y'all's money on it, what happened with Sebastian Fendor?
Oh yeah.
Fendor. I know what happened with my bet. What happened though? What happened? What was? And it's something after I put my bet because I put 150 on it.
That was a safe bet though.
It was a safe bet. I fucked up. You wanna know the bad thing is I messed up. And I did not put Keyshawn Davis on the first bet. I made a $50 bet, and I didn't put Keyshawn Davis on it. So I went back and was like, damn, okay, I'm going to put Sebastian Fendor, Keyshawn Davis, Jared Anderson, and Shakur Stevenson. That's the safe bet. How safer can you get than that?
Right.
You feel me?
With Fedora, was it
Right.
That
was it something we should have saw coming though? Because
No.
when
It
you're
was.
in this fight.
Hold on, time out real quick.
But not
because
in this fight.
thinking about it, after I watched this loss, I had a gut feeling because I watched his behind the his behind the ropes or the what I mean, pre-fight, and it was the commentators was questioning him. I don't know. I wasn't too familiar. I'm friends with his opponent on Facebook, but I wasn't too familiar with him. But the confidence he had going into this fight made me look a little harder. And then on top of that, he fought my boy from Cincinnati, Jamonte Clark. Jamonte beat him. I don't care what nobody say. Jamonte beat him, but they called it a draw. I've been saying for the longest, he owed my boy Jamonte his rematch. And I looked.
They went another direction because they knew that was going to give them problems.
It was going to give him problems.
They were trying to build a boogeyman.
With that being said, eventually it's going to come. Your time is going to come where somebody is going to infiltrate. And the thing that his opponent said was, I seen a lot of holes in his game, and I'm going to exploit them tonight.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. And
Yeah. I mean, the reason I said
I love the assumption of the safe bet. I was safe. I love the presumption of the safe bet. Boy, did we get burned. Boy, did we get burned. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you good.
That tree came coming down, man. It was one of those shots you just didn't see coming. But I'm gonna tell you, I was rooting for Fedora because I want to see him in some big fights. But man, the underdog. I mean, if you watch this fight from the beginning, we start to see that shot get closer and closer.
I did.
I agree.
This was in the first round. I fell
I'm
asleep in
seeing
the
that
second
shot,
and
and
third.
I'm like, whoa. And I loved his movement he was doing because he wasn't doing a lot of movement where he was so far outside the ring. He stayed right in the pocket where he would just give, pivot here, and then he would just go inside and just throw that right. And he was trying to time Fedora's jab. I thought that was brilliant, man. And I said, ooh, he might be able to hit him, and I want to see what Fedora can do.
Nothing.
And my goodness.
I like what you
we
said.
we seen him down before, and the reason I said should we have seen this coming is like Fedora is 6'6". Why are you fighting in the pocket at 154?
That shit got to be.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care who he's fighting. Anybody at 154 can put you down.
That's that
The whole
seven,
first round.
That's the whole 7 foot of shooting
He's
threes
too
thing.
comfortable.
Go
ahead.
No, I said that whole 7 foot of shooting threes thing. That was stupid. I'm gonna go back to what he said. I love that whole 6'6" and what are you doing here, right? I'm gonna go back to what he said. And I want to bring that to people's attention. The language, the science of boxing, what he just described, and very eloquently, I might add. You're talking about the way he was moving, the way he was pivoting. I watch as a trainer, as a coach, as a former fighter. That's what I see when I watch fights. And like he said, I saw it too. Like, this shot is coming. It was set up rounds before. It was set. And one of the things I noticed is he had opportunity for the shot before, but it wasn't the right shot at the right time. And he didn't tip his hand. The shot was there before a couple of times, but it wouldn't have the velocity, the impact it would have had. And the fact that he kept it in the pocket, he kept it in his back pocket, and then went back to it again, I love how you described that very eloquently. I'm sorry, but that's something that we need to point out, man. Sorry, Alex.
So was he the safe bet? Like, when you lose your money
on paper,
that's definitely the safe bet. That's definitely a safe bet.
on paper.
Yeah, man. Everybody was shocked when I told them that Fedora lost. Man, I happened to fall asleep at the first round and waking up.
So did he?
I did. Literally, I fell asleep at the first round.
And you
After
woke
the
up,
first
he was on
round,
his
I was supposed to wake up to a bag,
Yeah.
but
I
I woke up at the end of the fifth round. They were going to their corners. They came out, and I'm looking like, okay, maybe they're tired, maybe fatigue had set in. I wasn't exactly sure. I'm like, why is he fighting? He always fights on the inside, but at the same time, he ripped some mean uppercuts. Like, we have to admit, I
That's what I
watched
was gonna
him
say next.
rip them mean uppercuts, but it happened, and I'm just like, I seen this coming. I seen it coming. I didn't see it coming tonight, but I seen it coming. Like, the taller they are, the harder they fall.
Exposed. He was
Man,
exposed.
that tree came down. He couldn't even get up.
See,
He couldn't. He sat there. He started talking to the
went to
ref,
sleep.
like the ref, like we having a conversation on
Yeah,
the
he was
ground.
done.
Fight went to sleep. He went to sleep. It was a nice night. Fight went to
Man.
sleep. He went to sleep. Same man coming from us all.
Yeah.
She went to sleep. He went to sleep.
So where does he go from here?
Oh man,
Fedora.
they was behind him.
Hope he
I
went to
think
the doctor.
to be honest,
because he was hurt.
Straight to ER.
I hope he went to the doctor.
Listen, I hope he gonna be able to bounce back.
Definitely.
He's
I mean,
definitely
the way
gonna be
his
able to
head
bounce
bounced
back.
off
I
the
just don't
canvas.
think now. I think he's
bounced
food
back.
for a lot of people now. Once they see you go down like this and you're vulnerable, now everybody gonna have courage to think they can just gonna take you out. That's exactly what it was. I mean, that's how it was with Mike Tyson.
there's
Once Mike went down,
And there's beat up.
no one was scared of Mike no more.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was scared of Fundora. And at
Ever.
154,
Nobody was scared.
He
he
was
didn't.
getting work.
You know,
Nobody's scared of Slim.
he beat my guy. What's his
Lubin?
name? Yeah, Lubin. He
Lubin.
beat Lubin.
Lubin dropped him though.
Yeah, Lubin dropped him. Somebody else dropped him too,
But
right?
see, Lubin did drop him, but it was more like it was
knee.
accumulation of punches where he just took a knee, and that was smart. It wasn't like Lubin just really hit him and he just buckled. It was like, okay, he hit me with a lot of stuff, and that was smart. That was on his boxing IQ. You got to do that sometimes, but
Charlo would have dogged him, bro.
yeah.
Charlo would have dogged him.
Boo, it's over. Boo. Hope he's saving money. Open a gym.
He said it's over.
Boo.
Okay,
So,
well, shoot.
I don't
let's
want to see
talk
my
about it.
small forward boxing.
I was gonna give some scenarios like Shakur. If he doesn't fight the winner of Haney and Loma, should he fight the winner of Tank and Ryan?
They ain't nothing.
Nope.
Floyd ain't gonna do it. I mean, I ain't gonna say Floyd.
He ain't with
Allen
Floyd?
them. I'm just saying, Allen them ain't gonna do that. They're not.
Yeah.
Even they gonna do. I hope Tank be able to take over his career and say, hey, Al, you done put me in a great position. You and Floyd, blah blah blah. I appreciate y'all, but let me start fighting these guys because Ryan Garcia, like it or not, Ryan Garcia made this fight.
We all agree to that.
Yeah, he made this fight.
He did everything.
He did
possible. He took
everything he
the
was
short
supposed to
end
do.
of the stick. Pause.
To make this fight. So he's setting the tone. A lot of these guys, if they really want to fight, I don't care what type of roadblocks you put in the way, I'm going to say yes to it. Just make sure we get this in the ring. And I respect Ron for that, even though I'm rooting for Tank. But to answer your question, I hope Tank is able to go and fight the Shakur Stevensons and in the Devons. But
Hypothetically, how does that fight play out?
well, who?
Either one.
I got Devin.
Over Shakur?
Tank.
Over
Tank.
Tank.
If Tank and Devin fight, I got Devin. I'm gonna go with the boxer, man. But but another thing that a lot of people don't give credit to is Tank Davis' athleticism. His quick. Oh my God! I mean, the dude can
He's
hit
an
you
athlete.
He's
a great
definitely-
athlete.
As soon as you think you got the distance on him, he closed distance.
Let me ask you this.
Very,
give me the
close.
over. Give me the over and under. How many losses does Tank retire with?
How many losses does
How
Tank?
many losses does Tank retire with?
That's hard, man.
Let's get some
Over the
L.
over and
He gonna
under.
get
How
an
many
L.
losses does Tank retire with?
How many do Canelo got right now? Canelo got two.
Two. Yeah, two.
Okay,
He
I
got
think
two.
he might retire with two.
Okay.
You think he got?
Who, Canelo?
No,
the
he
thing
asked
is-
me about
Talking
The
about
Tank.
over under
Tank.
bet is the over under question is with the bookies. How many losses does Tank retire with?
To who? Who do you think?
Just period. Over and under. I don't care about
Zero.
who.
Huh?
You say he's retiring undefeated.
0.
Tank is retiring undefeated.
Man, listen.
If that's the
where
case,
did he
that-
come
Hey,
from?
that's
might
my
lose- he
dog.
might lose
in
Where
2
did he
weeks.
come from?
To
He
who?
might lose in 2 weeks.
To who?
So who's he fighting?
Ryan?
Yeah. Ain't no guarantee.
Put
know
your
what I'm
money
saying?
on it.
I like Tank. I like Tank.
Put your money on
Well,
it.
nah, I'm not betting. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying?
We
I'm
the
not saying he's
bookies, we
going to
definitely
lose.
bet.
I'm saying he could lose. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
He could lose.
I think we should
Retires-
open the lines
he
up,
said
man. We
he
got a lot
retires
going on.
she
We
said
talking
he
about a
retires
lot right now. I
undefeated.
think we should open the lines up.
Let's do it.
Like, okay, so
He
what
said-
we gonna talk about? What are the questions?
Hold on. We
What
gonna
are
talk
we
about this guy
asking?
saying that
They gonna talk
Devin's
about
going to
the-
beat Tank.
Huh?
mean-
He said if they fight,
what is the
Devin's gonna
topic
beat
that we're
Tank.
gonna talk about?
We're going to argue about that off the air.
I mean, he call in and just talk about what happened last night or who,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Give his opinion on the stoppages or whatever.
Or disagreements.
Disagreements.
We
People
just,
have.
Okay.
Apparently, we just stopping shit now.
Okay.
Apparently, it's just
Yeah, it was.
apparently.
Hold on one
I
second.
guess people have
Can
places
you hear
to
it?
go.
Can you
Right,
hear it?
right,
Caller,
right.
caller. Hello. I don't hear you.
You don't hear him?
No, I don't hear him. We're gonna try one more
Apparently,
time.
connected to him?
He
Are
stopped
you
the phone
connected?
call like the fights last night. I guess we got places to be. They just stopping shit now. It's like,
Hello?
matter of fact, watch me stop talking.
Hello. We're gonna try this one more time. Hello.
Should be connected.
Connected to Bluetooth.
That's what I'm about to do if it don't work. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Caller, can you hear me?
They don't hear.
Yeah, I think I can hear you back there.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do it old school. Hello, hello.
Hello?
What's going on? You reached the fight. Bookies, talk to us.
What up, Siobhan?
What's good? You already know, Chef.
Okay, man, talk to us, man. What you got to talk to the bookies about?
Well, first, I got my pro debut next month, but
Talk
about
your
last
shit.
night,
Talk your shit.
Ohio runs boxing.
That jump from street boxing.
Ohio runs boxing.
All right.
But y'all talking about Ryan and
We talking
Nah,
about whatever
nah.
you want to talk about.
Let's run it, man.
Talk
Let's
about whatever you
about-
wanna talk
Let's
about.
talk about last
AJ. We
night.
didn't touch on that. How you feel about that AJ fight?
Trash. Let's leave that
Well,
last
for
week.
starters,
Let's leave
I
that to
mean,
last
it was
week.
a lot of fights last night. Not even just not even just boxing. It was a bunch of MMA fights too. But as far as boxing, the only ones I paid attention to, Fendura, of course, that was weird. I didn't see that coming.
I don't think we did, man. You put your money on the line. You confident.
I take it back. I seen it coming, but not last night.
I agree.
Not last night.
Okay. So what you think about
Like,
the So go ahead and go into the MMA, man. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Oh, Adesanya. What you mean?
Okay.
Stylebender.
Okay.
If y'all are y'all hip to MMA?
Unfortunately, that's why we're all quiet.
I could speak on the MMA a little bit. It was a
Okay,
great
Jumbo
card.
guy. Y'all, let's
It
talk.
was
Let's
a great
talk.
card.
All right,
It was a great
so
card.
Alex and Stylebender going into this, even though Stylebender was still a favorite, he had just lost, to Alex. That's who he lost his title to and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But even before this, before they got onto the UFC, they had fought
In the minor
in
leagues.
kickboxing,
Okay.
Yeah.
and Alex had beat him before. Alex is like the only person that's ever beat him
Mm-hmm.
Alex
Like,
just got his
in a
number.
match.
Alex just
in
has
a,
his
in a
number.
kickboxing match.
I think Alex just has his number. I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's better or not. I just think he has his number. I just do.
Nah, I don't think Alex is a better fighter.
No.
Like I said,
he
some
just has
fighters
his number.
do have other people's number,
Mhm.
for sure.
Mhm.
But this situation, Alex had his number for that fight. I think because Alex, for starters, if you look at him, dude is huge. You can tell he walks around at like 220.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So for him to drop down to like 185,
Yeah, that's a huge
it's crazy already.
Huge
His
drop.
frame is already huge.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, you feel me? Adesanya fights at that weight. He's not dropping down to that weight. He fights, so there's no power, but he knows how to move a little bit better.
Yeah, that's
And
something we
you
said
know-
earlier. It's not about,
you said what?
sometimes it's about the moment. Like some guy, it's not
Exactly.
about the moment, and it's who's better literally in the moment, not in stylistically,
Exactly.
just better in the moment.
Exactly.
And I think that
Exactly.
really that describes that whole fight perfectly. It was better
Yep.
in the moment.
I mean,
That dropping down
'cause
weight.
Even in the first fight, though, he clipped him. He almost knocked him out. Alex got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
The Stylebender hit him with a right and then a left hook and rocked him, and then the bell rang. But he was asleep standing up for real. You want to be honest.
He was. He did the whole. He was
So this
definitely
fight,
was.
for him to get him up out of there in the second round, straight drop him. And if you look at it, he was poised, like the knockout. He covered up. He went high guard because Alex thought he was just going to come in there and wash him again. You feel me? He was
Okay.
banking too much on his sides instead of actual skill.
I give you that. The adjustments was great. I
Yep.
give you that. The adjustments. That's a salute to his camp and everything. That was great. The velocity and the I think I gotta say the patient violence. Is that such a thing? Violently but patient. He didn't overcommit, and but when
Exactly.
the opportunity was there, did he capitalize? Did he
Yeah, and I
capitalize?
think,
I'm talking about being present. He was there. He capitalized beautifully.
Yeah. And I don't think Adesanya was scared. I think one of y'all had just mentioned that, like, some fighters, when you like feel their best punch, you're not scared no more.
Yeah,
You feel me?
that's
There's that lack of fear is like, oh yeah, I'm good. What's the worst that can happen now? After you done threw with your best shot at me, you done use your best move. What now do you have left that I have to overcome? Like we done already been through it.
That's a great thing. Segueing off of what you said, that keeping that thought in mind. You said you got your pro debut coming up.
Yes, sir.
Is that something that you think about? Is it or when you fight? Is it something that you think once you take that shot? Does that change your mind? What does that do? Talk to us. You've been in the ring.
Mine's the street fights and then boxing is two completely different things. So like it's weird to explain, but the adrenaline rush is a little different.
Street fighting,
So-
but you're doing street boxing. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Even
still different.
that though is different from this is actually now boxing fight. We real boxers now.
Yeah.
But
Judges, yeah,
this
everything.
is a little different. So when I go in there, it's like I can't afford to sit down and wait for him to throw his best punch.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, I got to go in, stay behind the shoulder, get the jab off, and see who I'm dealing with that way. As opposed to, I usually take 2 rounds to figure my opponent out. This round, I'm gonna have to do that a little bit, but for the most part, I'm gonna have to pop the jab and then literally go in off the fly.
Let me ask you one more question before I let you go, man. Ohio has a legacy in this boxing thing, man. A legacy and a future. Do you see yourself in there?
For Ohio boxing,
Yeah. There's a legacy, there's a present,
see why
and there's a
not.
future. Where do you see
I don't see
yourself
why-
at?
I mean, I have I got a platform.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So the Chef Hero brand itself is big enough to
That's not gonna help you in the
get
ring,
me out
champ.
of the Ohio spotlight and onto a wider audience and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if I take advantage of it the right way,
Yeah,
I don't see why not.
that's great.
And it's not.
But we're
going
talking about
off
your
of,
boxing.
like,
Where
with
you
stuff
see
like this,
yourself? Are you one of the
can't really
best?
Go off the skill and accolades. You know what I mean?
Can you from the work ethic and what you're willing to do you see yourself being etching yourself in the stone in Ohio boxing?
I don't see why not. Yeah.
There you go. Simple
Okay,
and plain. That's what I want to hear.
Before we let you go, Tank Ryan, who you got? Who your money
All
on?
right. So.
Tank
cooking-
Ryan, who you got? Come on,
All
man.
right. Hear me out, because y'all got to understand the madness here.
No, we don't want explanation. We want
think-
an answer.
I think Tank should win. Tank should win. You feel me? But I'm going to throw a little bit of money on Ryan because the odds say I'm going to get paid if he pulls an upset.
Okay.
The thing with boxing, just like fighting, any fight, it's up in the air once that bell rings. Like, yeah, the odds can all be in your favor, but these are grown professionals. It don't matter, like, if the odds got them losing. The one punch is over with. It doesn't have to be a hard punch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people don't understand with fighting. It just has to be the right one.
Okay. So
That's it.
they've been teasing Bud and Spence. Who you got? Where your money at?
But
Okay.
Loma
and Haney, who you got?
that one's gonna be interesting. Only because Loma is not the old Loma no more. He not.
Where your money
he not-
at? He old, all right. Where your money at? Though?
Yeah, but Haney is a little bit inexperienced. So Loma, okay, I'll put it to you this way. Loma should win off of the experience. Loma should win off experience. He should be able to finesse the fuck out of this fight. Sorry for cussing.
Nah, we good. We cuss.
I think Loma's gonna finesse this fight up, but I don't think he's, because I like Loma because of his footwork.
Straight beats round.
But he's not the same Loma from 7 years ago.
Straight beats round. Loma's gonna get it.
6 years ago. So I can't.
We can't say that.
It's not going to be a wash. Let's say that he ain't going to come in and dominate. But I feel like he can finesse Haney. Haney is faster.
Right.
Haney's a little faster with the hands.
Gotcha.
But Loma's footwork. Loma knows how to work the ring better. He knows how to control distance better. Haney, I just don't see it.
As much as we
Okay.
love
I mean,
speed,
against,
much as we love speed, we talk about speed all the
You said
time.
what?
Speed tires fast. As much as we love speed, we talk about faster, but speed tires quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go
real
from fast to slow way faster than I'm gonna go from strong to weak.
Right.
That's fast. That's
Okay.
facts.
Okay. Well, I hate to cut you off, man. I appreciate you calling us in, man. We look
That's
forward
all
to
good,
seeing
man.
you
I'm calling them.
on your pro day. To you calling in, man. I look forward to seeing you on your pro debut, man. We back you 100%.
Absolutely.
If you
Chef
need anything
Howard,
from
the world
us,
is
man,
good.
go ahead and tap in, man. We about to sign off this call, man. All right, appreciate it.
That's a bet.
All right, peace.
Gotta get him in some Ohio Run Boxing brand.
Oh, you already
Going
know,
to the
man.
ring.
He
He
tapped
going
in.
to
That's
the
$1
ring.
million
Going
boxing
to the
promotions
ring.
right
Going
there.
to the ring.
Where's who party fighting?
Stop calling.
Troy. May 13th at
Columbus.
Columbus.
That's what KJ and them was on.
Nah, yeah,
And-
we
and,
all the team, man. KJ, I spoke to KJ this morning, man. We looking to do some big things in Columbus, man. Trying to push the brand, trying to push the city, man. Trying to do something, man. But we coming up on an hour.
Real quick. KJ a champ?
Oh, absolutely, man. If we had anybody to believe in the city of Columbus, that is him.
So
He
we just
is him.
alluded to the legacy, the present, and the future.
Yeah,
So you're saying it early. KJ will
Definitely.
be a
KJ's the
champ. KJ will be a champ from Ohio.
He's
KJ will
from
be
Columbus.
I'm gonna say
Another champ
I'm gonna
from
say
Ohio.
if he get the opportunity, because you can have great fighters who just don't get the opportunity.
That's facts. That
So
is
Let's
facts.
take the
He
politics.
has to
We
get
gonna
that.
take the politics out of it. We just gonna add. We gonna add
Oh, I
in
mean-
desire, skill, 1, 2.
He got all that. I guess he
got
got
all that?
all.
He got
that,
it
man.
all, man. He's the total
Wow.
package.
He got all
We got
that, bro.
Dave too.
Let's go.
Dave is also fighting on the 13th in Toledo.
What
on
weight
my boy
division is he
Vic,
in?
my boy
David.
Vic's card.
David is one.
Give me.
Dave is 2-0.
No, his
What
weight
weight
class.
class?
Oh.
40, I think it's
What you
147.
what you
Second
think about
weight.
it?
Oh, yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think about Dave? What you think about him? You
Uh,
tell me what you think about
one
KJ.
thing
What you think about
Dave
Dave?
is solid, man. Dave, if I could have got a hold of Dave
Say his
6
last
years
name
ago,
so
he
we
would have
can-
been pro.
Dave, to me, Dave is towards the end. It's towards the end. He waited.
That's what I said. If I could have got a hold of him 6
I
years
think
ago,
he waited too long. But here's my thing. Here's my thing with David. He might get an opportunity where he get one of those TV fights on the B side, but he just waited too long. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was,
Yeah.
but he just waited too long.
Well, you ain't got a team, man. It takes a team to
But
get every.
But I'm happy that he turned pro. We had so many guys that sacrifice, amateur, go through. I mean, over 80, 90 fights of amateur, and they never turn pro. So I was happy for him to actually get the opportunity to turn pro. That was really
Dave was one of those guys, man, that people duck. He may
They
not
do.
be he may not be known in the circles but we think, but in the boxing circles,
Oh, he's there.
that's one of the guys that they like.
Davis. Who you
Huh?
talking about?
David.
Dave.
Oh, you talking about Dave?
Craddock.
Okay, yeah, Craddock.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
in the amateur realm, he
won
I don't want
He's
to,
up there.
I don't want to be.
He should have.
I don't wanna be-
It's a part of the team, man. You should have had a team pushing you to go pro. You know what I mean? You had a great amateur career, man. You done fought the best of the best. All these guys we talking about, he's fought them.
Craddock's been in the ring with him.
He's fought him. He's been in the ring with
He's-
him. They
he's-
love him and respect him, man. He has the respect in the boxing community. But unfortunately, when you don't have a following and a fan base, especially at home, man, it's
Correct.
hard to get there, man.
Craddock right now in this we have, he is a prospect killer. And the reason I think he is not getting some fights is because we want to build this kid up. But you get in the ring with Craddock, he's going to stop you early. He's going to stop him. He's going to take away that bag for a lot of people. That's the gift and the curse. You know what I mean? You may be too talented, too good, and you definitely kind of did it too late, brethren. I love you like no other, but I think you waited long. However, there's the door is not closed, the window's not shut. There's an opportunity for you, and we anxious to see where
Absolutely.
when
Yeah.
and where and how it's going to turn out for you. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
I'm big. Yep.
So what's up? We signing out, man.
Ain't
And-
nobody we still gonna talk about this Tank Davis guy thing.
Man, we're gonna say that for next
say
week.
that.
We're gonna
say
save
that.
it for
Listen, let me
next.
tell you,
Alex
last
don't play
night-
about that
Last
shit.
night was
Say that.
He don't play. Don't you say nothing about them niggas
Last night
till
was
it's
some
time.
great. It was some great fights, a lot of great action, man. We privileged to live in a great time, see a lot of great fights. But I want to talk about this fight I seen with this guy, this girl last night. Oh man, all that shit was amazing, man. Forget all this other shit.
What you talking about at the club?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
thought it was fight. I thought it was fight bookers. No. Damn.
Hey, I would have put my money on
I'd-
the female,
Let me
man.
tell you something, man. Let me tell you what happened to the police. I can't.
Man,
You
we
need
the
to bet on
fight
those,
bookies,
fight bookies.
man. Y'all,
We
we gonna
out.
tap in every
We out,
Saturday
we
and
out.
Sunday, man. We out. Peace.
Hopefully 1 o'clock. We just do this. We be on time.
It's me.
That
It's
was
my
me
fault. I'll
too.
be on time. Man.
I came around like 1:15.
Fat
Man.
people,
We gonna
man.
be
It
good.
is, man.
Hour ain't bad. Hour ain't bad. We ramble.
That's long.
We
But
ramble.
see, that's without no format. Though,
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Man, I got the template for all this for us, the timer for 5 minutes on every topic.
Okay.
It's gonna keep it. This is about 30, 45 minutes max.